Hey there, travelers. My name's Kai. Welcome to Proudly Radical. Hello, RV. Hey there, Cat. Hey, cool boy. And thank you for the host, Momo. Hey, no. Yeah, it's been a Ghost and Zealot and hello all. Yeah, it's been my intro for I don't know, maybe a month, maybe two. I don't know, something like that. Month and a half, maybe something like that. Either way. Um, Good job, Patriots. I can't stop laughing. I can't stop giggling at how badly they fucked up. Just all of the ways that they have shot themselves in the foot. For all future argumentation. It's brilliant. I can't wait. I can't wait for the BLM questions to roll in and the protesting and violence question to roll in. I've been fielding these questions since I started. It's gonna be great. They have given me more argumentative ammunition in 8 hours than years worth of research has given me. It's amazing. Amazing. No, I didn't see the CNN article. Either way. Probably not. Those, Well, I hope some do. Hey. Hey, Bernie. Hey, Estrella. Yes, the copium on the Antifa bit, Estrella, is hilarious. Bernie, they just kept saying, well, BLM targeted business, which are people's livelihood and private property, and the Capitol is public property. Yeah, I know. I encountered that yesterday with some six-fingered douchebag. I forget his name. Either way. I've already come across that one. Dang Antifers. Hey there, Panda. Okay. Everybody else retracted it. How are we? Still giggling. Still giggling. Yesterday was a big ass win for leftists. If you sit on the left of the aisle or if you're removed from it in some way, shape, or form, then yesterday was a huge win. Cops showed complacency and coordination at the same time with white supremacists slash domestic terrorists slash idiots. Idiots managed to probably end up killing a cop at the same time, and several of their own people. Masks came off across the board. Auschwitz hoodies and Confederate flags and nooses abound. And they proved themselves to be a bunch of fucking wimps at the exact same time. A couple of flashbangs go off, a tear gas canister pops, and they're fleeing for the hills. Yeah, it was a hell of a day. Let's just put it that way. Yeah, exactly. Irreverent, irrelevant reverend. Yeah, I was laughing as well. Never seen you stream so early. Panda, this is my standard Thursday 11:30 p.m. show. Tuesdays and Thursdays I've been streaming 11:30 since I came on Twitch. And then Monday, Wednesday, Friday is 5:30 p.m. my time. Oh, yesterday. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to make a better habit out of that. I should have been on the air sooner. And there are changes that have happened behind the scenes. People know to yell at me if I'm not on the air and something like that is happening. As soon as it starts breaking, I've informed my community to scream at me to get on the fucking air. So yeah, I will make exceptions. But yeah. Oh, I signed up late last night. So everybody knows I'm on Parler now. Not as me, of course. I signed up for a Parler account using a burner phone number, and a secured connection. Because I want to keep an eye on these fuckers. And it has been marvelous. It has been absolutely. It's just a ball. They are batshit insane. So many Nazis. So many Nazis. Yeah. If it was Antifa, we have at least covered our faces, hid our identity. These people are complete idiots. Yes, RV has been around with it. Was around in the community server, on the Discord server, with me for quite a bit of it. We were having quite a few laughs at their expense. Patriot, I'm sorry, fucking Proud Boys USA's Parler account is pissed. They are not happy with the performance yesterday. Basically, they expressed the opinion that the little soy boy cucks on the left had been fighting off armies of cops and Proud Boys, and at the drop of a hat, the MAGA crowd tucked tail and ran. And they were really upset that the cowardice showed on their side. And I bathed in those delicious tears. Like I said, it was a good day for the left. What accounts do I follow on Parler? Hang on, let me get my account open. My fucking Parler account. A bunch of Nazis, like straight up. Like the amount of Nazis that are on Parler is staggering. Milo Yiannopoulos as well. Red Pills Are Us. Awoken Goyim. Latinos for Trump. Dinesh D'Souza. The Jews Own the Media. Proud Boys USA. Proud Boys Uncensored. Tulsi Gabbard. Aryan the Barbarian. The list goes on. Oh, Murder the Media. Also an account on Parler that I'm following. Like I said, Parler's fucking sketchy as shit. How do Latinos for Trump exist in space? Holy shit. If you've got access to a burner app or a VoIP system that you can create a burner phone number on, and you use VPNs or Tor, and you've got a disposable email address, which are easy enough to get, I encourage you to sign up for Parler. Their like very first screen is basically like it's a radicalization screen. It's the beginning of the pipeline. And unlike YouTube, where it's like 5 recommended links on Parler, as soon as you're into the website, you're like, oh, Nazis. It's dudes with SS and lightning bolts and shit in their name, like right out of the gate. Like it is 100%. I was astounded about the level of anti-Semitism and the amount of racial epithets for black people that I encountered from like moment one. I was just set aback. I was like, oh, it's like that. Like I knew it was, but I thought like I'd have to work for it a little more than I did. No. Parler's just a bunch of fucking Nazis and racists and bullshit. It's catch you later. Cannoli and grenades. Peace, love, and anarchy. I'm out. Good luck. God bless. Or universe bless. Or whatever your thing may be. Yeah, it is, distilled liquid right-wing ideology. Who would have thought Stormfront would go mainstream? It is. It is reminiscent of Stormfront. For those of you who don't know, Stormfront is the right wing fascist racist forum for many, many years. They were the go-to. Yeah, it is. It was bad people on any platform. They're good, honest people on Parler. Yeah, like all 1% of them. They are in the minority. The recommended list is chock full of terrible people. Not all Parler users. No, it's a terrible site. Filled with terrible people. They wear big 3% badges, right? The good ones? How long will they stay good on Parler? Oh, it is. Oof. Oh, let's do with that. Yep, Bernie. It was, I mean, you know, I wish that 6-fingered person would come back so we could have the conversation about the peaceful protests now. Now that 5 people, well, going on 5 people are dead. Cop has been probably mortally injured. They were seen taking handcuffs and nooses and a cooler full of Molotov cocktails and 2 different pipe bombs planted at the RNC and the DNC. Yeah, I'd love to have that peaceful protest conversation with him now. Oh yeah, it was 100% sedition. I mean, as an anarchist, like I'm familiar with the, the implementation of the Sedition Act in order to round up communist, socialists, and anarchists, and the Palmer raids back in the day. Trust me, I'm familiar with what qualifies as sedition. This was sedition. In some cases, it was high treason, quite frankly. That's neither here nor there. Ghost, a reference to the French monarchy and the high class people, the top class, the aristocracy in the French Revolution were not hung; they were guillotined. The hangings were for the peasants. So if it is a reference to that, it's a shitty reference to that from people who don't understand historical references, apparently. Or maybe it was a bunch of racists hanging the only thing they know how to hang. Oh, Odin's Ravens. Oh, I'm sure that's not a reference to some white power Nordic shit right there. Hey, Kaiser. You're full of shit. Get your facts straight, you leftist turd. Oh. Hey, Momomo Kato. Hey, Aries. Oh, yeah, it was a terrible gallows. It really was. The knot, was that even a knot? It looked like just a staged, like they wrapped it around some inner core or something like that. It was terrible. Trump told him to stop after he told them to go. Go get him! No, don't. Stop. Please stop. Come on, Odin. Step up. You want to get on the air? You want to have a conversation? Antler boy, that you. You see he's pissed? He's pissed off. He basically doxed himself, and Parler doxed him. Because he's so pissed that the right-wing chuds that are drinking all their copium called him Antifa, but he's a QAnon supporter and promoter. And he's been at right-wing rallies for months. Like, he was pissed off. He's like, I'm not fucking Antifa, I'm QAnon. He went out and defended himself. Oh, God. These people are fucking brilliant. No masks. No fucking anything. No real plan either. Like, we're just gonna storm the fucking Capitol building. I'm sure there won't be cameras. Oh, we're gonna live stream it too? Cool. Oh, it was a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. I mean, that, you know, exactly, Goldar. It was solid entertainment. Got me 7 hours of content, right? DC and Puerto Rican statehood. I'm for all of the territories to be brought in and under statehood if they want it. I mean, I know some of them may not want it, but I think we should open that door. What's with this territory bullshit? Just get that right out of here. Step 1, gather in DC. Step 2, storm Capitol. Step 3, Step 4, revolution. Well, Ghost, the point is you can't have it both ways. Is BLM is BLM and George Floyd protests and leftist protests, are they allowed to be violent now? Because the right was violent. They were most assuredly violent. No, it's different. Of course it's different. It's always different with y'all. Hey, Bushido. I mean, they put a cop into a coma who's probably likely going to have the plug pulled on him by his family because he's not going to recover. This, that, and the other thing, you know. Oh, he did pass finally? Okay. Cool. Thank you for the update. Because I know he was on life support when they already declared him dead. And there was a mix-up. But thank you for the update. So yeah. I mean, they killed a cop. I mean, even the fucking BLM protest didn't pull that shit off. Fucking 8 hours and they're already killing cops. Like, look at that ACAB shit right there. Holy shit. I'd be curious to see if there's a correlation with the opioid epidemic and rioters in DC. Very erratic behavior. Also, it's not fair if only the right gets to storm the Capitol. Oh, yeah, Ghost. Yeah. Yeah, they took down a cop. Hey, Joe. Hey, Zinal. Oh, it looks like the Let's Make Fun of Some Chuds has baited out a fair amount. Thank you, Bushido. Kuldar, I like fun. All right, cool. Yeah, I'm with Kaiser. Blunt trauma from the mob. Literally, he got mobbed. Like, trampled. That's the last update we have. Fire extinguisher. He was the fire extinguisher one. Cool. Yeah. Patriots resist it. No, see, that's the thing, Ghost. You're trying to have it both ways. Oh, they did. Danielle, is it Daniel or Danielle? First or second? Let me know. It's my party, right or wrong, I got they back. That right there. That's everything wrong with the world. First, Daniel. Okay. Daniel, they actually drew down. They implemented procedures that hindered the DC National Guard. They wasn't just a lack of response. It was an active hampering of response. Yeah. Hey, Sidewalk. Oh, Bernie. That was solid. Let's get some music going. Oh god, it's an NCS. If I just wanted to fucking come on, Pretzel. Yep. It's being a team player. Bless your heart. Yeah, nothing like supporting pedophiles. Oh, Estrella. I'm not gonna grab it, but yeah. If we're choosing football teams, I'm on St. Pauli's team. Hey, if it's for the team. Patriots. What do we got? All right, I'll throw it on screen, Cat. There we go. Come on. Hey, Momo. Did Antifa set it all up? The response? Who knows? Jesus Christ, dude. You're in too deep. Pull up. Pull up. Just pull up. You're in way too deep. You look like a guy that knows his way around Las Vegas. I got a buddy who's a native though, so if I can't find it, I can point you in the right direction. Oh, jeez. Well, thank you for follow, Genghis. Well, who said that? Foley. For a bunch of anti-statists, like if you are an anarchist and you are looking for an end point where there is an abolishment of the state, then nationalism is bad, plain and simple. It foments and fuels a set of ideologies and behavior patterns that some people are looking to eliminate. Just a perspective. No, Antifa was actually Antifa actually was Antifers was actually behind everything. COVID, that was Antifa. Trump losing the election, that was Antifa. Right wing breaking and entering into the government property, Antifa. Yeah, never understood nationalism. I didn't choose to be born here. All right, I'd choose somewhere else. Let's just put it that way. Have you swum at the Flamingo? No. Don't think no. It's all Antifa and George Soros funding. And nationalism is done while people obsessed with their country based on where they happen to be born. Seems weird. It teaches you to take credit for things you had no hand in and to hate people for absolutely no reason. It's a goofy ideology. I mean, his cabinet's jumping ship faster than fucking rich people on the Titanic. God, they're Antifers. It's almost like Trump is a terrible judge of character because he's a fucking idiot. He's a self-serving, myopic, poorly educated, dumb narcissist. Hey, thank you for the follow. Fucking... I know the best people. Sure. I love it, Cat. Oh, yeah, I should uncross those legs. Thanks. Thanks, Night. Nighty. Oh. America was never great. You have to make it you have to make it great for the first time for it to be great. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh. Unless they mean something else by great. Yeah. Almost as if it's a dog whistle of some sort, harkening back to some halcyon day of yore for cis heterosexual white males. Nope, sorry, ferret cake. It's dead. Doesn't work. We do have a channel emote of one of our longtime OG members, Meat Tray, who you can use as substitute, at least on this channel. Hey, OnlyFacts. Oh, oh, oh! I know you're joking. That only facts. Oh, 4 more years. Let's do it. Let's do it. 4 more years. Woo! It's been so fucking amazing. This last 4 has been, mwah. It's been brilliant. Let's do 4 more of this shit. Estrella, you joke, but I posted a thing by, who was it? Some group advocating for Liberty USA, advocating for monarchism and installing Trump as king. And they've been advocating for it for years. You joke, but there's people in groups out there advocating for it. Premarital, this is how Trump can still win. Yeah, exactly. What about the false equivalencies the writer trying to make between someone burning down a Starbucks Target and 5 deaths resulting from infiltrating the Capitol building during the certification of presidential election in an attempt to capture and execute members of Congress? Well, Sidewalk, it's clearly a corrupt government and public property, therefore they're justified in doing it. That's the reasoning. We've already had somebody on this channel attempt to make that argument. Imagine if we on the left tried to make that same argument. Imagine. Reconstructionism is probably where we went entirely wrong. Like we should have zigged when we should have zagged, right? We let them get away with it. God, yeah, at least we have our radical leftist femme queen Pelosi as speaker again. Hey, Rabbit. And hey there, Unelectable. What's up, people coming in from them? Hi. We're making fun of chuds tonight. It's what we're doing. Unabashed, unashamed, just that's what we're doing. We're making fun of these idiots. They failed so epically that we can't help but roll around in their delicious tears. How'd your stream go, Unelectable? Yeah, don't forget we got a woman vice president. Hashtag boss. Yeah, still think it's funny that Liberty Hangout uses ANCAP flag while calling for monarchy. I can't figure them out. I can't for the life of me. But yeah. Really? The Q Shaman used to crash your climate rallies in Phoenix, says Bushido. Apparently, he also does improv. Makes a lot of sense. I'd love to sit down and have a conversation with him after, you know, he's done serving his sentence. Yep, did a whole shaman routine. Interesting. Yeah, he'd be a fascinating discussion. Deeply weird and kind of racist and eco-fascist. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, it's... Hey, Deb. People are pushing for the 25th, but Pence doesn't seem to be going along with it at this point, and you'd need the cabinet in on it, and fuck it, I'll allow it. He's wearing goat skin comfortable. I suppose I would have to, you know, determine how well it's tanned and worked after it's been tanned. But oh, Rabbit, he's not from fucking Siberia. Are you kidding me? Yeah, and Mnuchin is a fucking toady. Yeah, who's bailed? McConnell's wife is bailed. DeVos has bailed. Who else? Yeah. Cho is McConnell's wife. If you didn't know that, the previous Secretary of Transportation, Lane Chao, is Mitch McConnell's wife. Yeah. Keeping it in the family, as always. Interesting. The not very well drained swamp. Yeah. I don't think the 25th is going to get invoked, but hey, I could be wrong. Yeah, he's out. Capitol Police Chief is out. But it does look like articles of impeachment are already being drafted and are going to be submitted. So how about impeachment number 2? I didn't think they'd bother with as much time as we have left with douchebag. But it does look like we're going to go for another round of impeachment. So there's that. If they can get it actually voted on, facts. How many disenfranchised Q people are being scooped up? Hey, thank you for that. Thank you for the follow. How many disenfranchised Q folk are being scooped up by vanilla Nazi types? Dude, I gotta tell you, the Venn diagram on Parler is basically a circle at this point. When I'm browsing around, yeah, exactly. Scoop suggests they're not already overlapped. When I was browsing around the Nazis and the Q nuts, I could easily switch between them. Like, it was... Yeah. Well, Pyrox, it says anarchist and leftist stream. I'm an anarchist. Most of my people are either anarchists or generalized leftists, some communists, some syndicalists, some socialists, some people who fall in various other subset spectrums, ANCOM, that sort of thing. But very much falls to the left side of the spectrum, even if you have a properly adjusted Overton window. Cool, Pyrox. Hey, Cicero. Word of the day, Blur's Day, a term to describe the current day when you're not sure what day of the week it is. Blur's Day. I like it. I can use it. Hey, Adia. Hey, thank you to follow, Pyrox. Y'all think Mike Pence will run for president? I don't think he's liked enough to even bother with a presidential run. But, I mean, he could try like a Jeb Bush. I mean, you know, he could try a Jeb Bush sort of move. But he's not going to win it. San Diego Nazis are already planning their marches this weekend for the woman that got shot and killed. Yeah. Maybe he'll pivot to Twitch. He used to do talk radio. Yes, I did an entire episode on somebody else's show on Mike Pence before. I'm uncomfortably familiar with Mike Pence's biography and ideology and just the history of Mike Pence at this point. And yes, his radio days are fascinating, quite frankly. It's sort of the formative era of Mike Pence. Oh, yeah, I know QI. Thank you, Cicero. And if anybody doesn't know QI, I don't know why you're not watching it. QI is great. I will forever love Stephen Fry's QI. You know, I mean, Stephen Fry is amazing, but Sandy's a very good replacement for him. But yeah. I watch a fair amount of British media, actually. They have in certain categories of TV, they have much better stuff. They really know how to do a panel show better than we do. I do not, Night EPC. San Diego is crazy. I lived there in 2008, and it was crazy back then. Then with the Orange County next door, many people file into San Diego's stuff from there, too. Interesting. Yeah. Noon Easter time is what Rabbit's saying, Bushido's saying earlier in the day. You were there for GWs. Jesus Christ. I watched The Last Leg on occasion, Cicero. I don't know. It's not my favorite. But it is funny from time to time. You watch the House of... Dude, the House of Commons is amazing. I agree with you, Joe. I miss what's his name. I forget his fucking name. Would I Lie to You is a pretty good chill out and eat chips. Eat chips. So, anything that I can find David Mitchell on, I'm in. Fucking dude, he's great. Mitchell on Webb is great. But David Mitchell is... Yes, Burkow. Oh, thank you. You might want to check out Nathan Barley. All right. How's it going? Your favorite sitcom? Yes. John Orda Burkow. Yeah, I miss that dude. Oh. Yep. David Mitchell's funny, angry logic. Yeah, and as far as the GOP distancing themselves from Trump, I say we strap his corpse to their rotting party like a fucking albatross hanging from their necks forever. Just, there you go. Panda, if you got any recommendations, I'll take them. Yeah, fuck them. Ooh, what are people sharing? What, in case we haven't seen... Oh yeah, this is... Oh God! Thank you for the share, premarital. I just saw it in shared content. Oh yeah, when Mitchell's angry, it's fucking hilarious. Thank you, Panda. Here we go. Cicero, polished this mushroom. Like it. Yes, I did see that Trump is considering pardoning himself. I mean, it's never been done. It's, you know, definitely a test. It should be interesting. As far as I understand it, there's a legal argument to be made around the word grant. In that sort of high-level legalese, constitutional law, every word matters. And grant is something you can't do to yourself. You can grant someone something, but you can't grant yourself something. And this is the argument that I've heard in legal circles. That this is going to be the hang up, is literally the word grant. So we'll see. Yes, exactly. As in all, that's what you do. I mean, that's what Nixon did. You just resign, have your vice president pardon you, and then you're done. That's the way to go. Yeah, I thought you left, Cannoli. Thanks for hanging out. Thank you for the Vol Railroad. On a smoke break. Oh, Recon. Oh, what part of the world you in, Cannoli? If you don't mind me asking, of course. Oh, welcome. It's a man playing, Hey, stream. Alabama. That puts you 3 in the morning. Oof, you're working the overnight shift. Did I see some Rothbard shit? I did, paleo-libertarian. Roll Tide. Not your choice. Oh, well. I've always been the fucking sort of graveyard shift. I worked IT my entire life. And so I was always up in the middle of the night anyway. Yeah, exactly. He's fucked in New York either way. Gonna be fun. Trump stepping down like 3 hours before it's over, and Pence going, "Nope, fuck you. I'm saving what little career I have left. Not gonna happen." I did see some shit about Pence not being happy. From the investigations I did on Pence, Pence has compromised a bunch of his beliefs and morals, for Trump. He, despite what you may think about most of those people, Pence really does have like an ideology. He has a belief set. And he has compromised numerous principles for the Trump administration. And so that could happen. It would be funny as all hell if it did. Oh, jeez. So graveyard shift is your choice, but Alabama is because your company played you. I'm sorry to hear that. Don't forget it. Oh, tight legs, tight legs. Need to work on that. From what I understand, yeah, Dreamers. That's one of the things I heard. Meet you there. What's up, Jobus? Oh, hang on. There we go. You're not mobile, so I have to readjust your volume.
Aye, okay. Yeah, outside right now, my headset.
Alright. Oh, apply to a spot closer home, but no, they need help down in here. Well, where is home, Cannoli? How far did they send you? Based on cannoli and grenades, I have an idea where it might be, but always worth asking. So what's up, Jobus? What's your name now?
Yeah, I have this crazy storyline that developed in my head, and I'm really scared about it now because I can kind of see a way where fucking Mike Pence can go out of this as a hero because he fucking puts the sword in Trump's back.
Oh yeah.
And that scares me. That scares the shit out of me. Because they'll eat it up.
Yeah, no. Well, I don't think he'd. God, he's such a dislikable person, though. But it would definitely, it would definitely help him gain a modicum of political will and a little bit of political capital back.
Yeah, and then the whole, but we need the unity, blah blah blah, and stuff. And he's gonna play into that Democrat compromise and unity thing, and dear Lord.
And so yeah, Cannoli, Central Cali, interesting. You're a long way from home. Oh, you're from Modesto. All right. I did my stint in Tennessee as well, by the way. When I lived in the Deep South, that's the part of the world that I ended up in. It's Tri-Cities in Tennessee. If you know that reference, then you know the area. Let's see. They should look into adding a new amendment or ratifying the 25th for the same reason when a presidential officially cannot hold their position. Yeah, good luck. A few people in fucking Cali. Jesus. Does anyone... it's like Stockton, but not. Trailhead knows the reference. Wrong city, though. But you've got one of them. Spent the last 23 years there, moved to Tennessee with my girlfriend. Oh, rock on. Let's see. It might help his media career, but political donors won't touch him. Chest a burster in a can. Well, thank you for the follow, Chest Burster. Might help his media career, but political donors won't touch him. Both sides would see him as a bad bet. And so, I mean, he definitely is going to bail out to a media career for sure. I mean, that's going to be, one of the things he does. He's going to fucking write a book about how all of the ways he saved America from Trump by talking him down off a ledge a few times. And, he's going to write one of those books, of course, about the horrors of working in the Trump administration and how he so graciously protected us from the magnitude of destruction that could have been could have happened had he not been, near the helm and that sort of thing. I mean, it's.
I mean, this is the irony. This shit always works. I mean, this is like even in the Middle Ages. There's the story of this dude in the age of where knights were basically dying out in Europe. He's a German guy, and he fucking was like, he was a noble, and he wanted to keep the image of knights alive, and he became a mercenary, and. Dude was crazy. He started feuds with whole cities. He did this and that, and then at some point he joined the peasant revolt, which you would think is kind of cool, but he only did it obviously because of a big sack of gold. And he afterwards was beaten down. He got into a court, and then he literally said, they asked me to do it, and I of course didn't like it, but I felt like if I was their leader. I was really afraid that they're gonna break a lot of shit. So if I'm their leader, I could like mitigate the damage and like, you know, make him a little bit more or less effective. They actually fucking bought it somehow, and he got acquitted.
Interesting. Yeah, you're
Guts was his name. Guts the Iron Hand. His hand was shot off by a cannonball, and he had an iron prosthetic for his right hand.
Oh, I know that guy. I've heard those stories.
Yeah. Fucking insane. Absolute curmudgeon.
Let's see. Playing second fiddle to a tangerine cum dumpster. My Story in the White House by Mike Pence. Ghost written by 2 Dominicans and a Jamaican. Looking forward to moving to rural South and explaining how potlucks is socialist at heart. Good luck. Try not to get yourself fucking shot. That's all I'm saying, Bernie. They still don't take kindly to that sort of thing down in some of those parts. Does shitting on someone's porch violate the NAP? Depends what they did to you first, actually. There's an argument to be made that, yes, it does, but depending on what they did first would determine ultimately whether you're, you know, because the NAP doesn't apply to somebody who violates the NAP in the first place. You lose the protection of the non-aggression principle if you violate the non-aggression principle. So,
I honestly have a few issues with the NAP.
of course you do. You're German.
Nah, come on, it's not that. It's more like, I think it's a good philosophy. I think like that's something people should live by. Yeah, for sure. But other than that, it's a bit wishy-washy, or like very easy to manipulate. I mean, it's not like it's been like that without the NAP, but whatever.
It's Shapiro. Praxis. Parler's gonna have a big lawsuit coming their way. We'll see. We'll see. I can't wait to, because like I said at the top of the show, I have a Parler account now. Again, not under any of my identifiable information. But yeah, I'm keeping an eye on those crazy fucks. It'll be interesting to see where they go to next if Parler starts getting hit with lawsuits.
What a nice cold morning. Actually, I had some snow this morning. It's all gone though. It's too warm here.
Oh, are you familiar? I'm just scrolling back in chat. Am I familiar with the failed state of Franklin? Yeah, it's oh god. I'm trying to remember the what the counties would be, but it's the northeast of Tennessee. It's a bunch of the Appalachian like settlements basically. Yeah. I'm trying to remember back because that would have been like early schooling for me, like 6th grade, maybe something like that. But yes, I know the reference, Trailhead. But it's been many, many years since I had to learn Tennessee state history. And so, yeah, the specifics of it are long lost. I think there may have been part of North Carolina that would have been part of it as well, had it actually been successfully formed. Let's see. This is literally a W handed to the left on a silver platter. This is like this is the perfect opportunity for the left to make some waves. I agree, Kat.
Yeah, but the left doesn't really have any political power, and don't call the Democrats left, please. It makes me sick every time.
No, we're talking actual left. Like they
Okay.
fucked up. Like they fucked up. They
Yeah,
stormed.
they did.
They stormed a fucking Capitol, killed a fucking cop, came with pipe bombs and Molotov cocktails. Like their rhetoric
Who's
is
a cop murderer now, huh?
yeah, their rhetoric is dead in the water. Like
Yep.
every rhetorical device they have is centered around the violent, tolerant, sarcastically said left. Right? They're fucked.
Yeah.
And the only argument they have now is literally to fall back on their heels and say some shit about how it was public property rather than private property. That's their only their only go-to position.
We should maintain that we do not have a problem with them technically clashing with the government and with the police. We have a problem with the reasons and the motivations behind why they're doing it.
Let's start a new meaning to back the blue. Streamers, it was all a meme. Let's see. I'm interested to see how all these conservative commentators will continue their grift this next year while I witness their view count diminish. Oh yeah. Yeah, Cat saying it was all a meme. That's what they'll go for. It's an opening, but we'll see if it goes anywhere. If there's a single thing the right proved repeatedly, hey, thank you for the follow. If there's a single thing the right proved repeatedly, it's all you have to do is say the words "Blue Lives Matter" and authoritarians and centrist coom. Let's see. Wait. Oh, I want to see what they said. Okay, cool. I'm back. My statist brother wants to talk about the revolution yesterday. That was a shit revolution. Heard some of them chanting ACAF, all cops are friends, including the one they killed.
Man, that footage of that one poor single black cop like running up the stairs and everything. That was, oh man.
Oh, there's the county list. Hey, look. Yeah, okay. So Sevier County, I know because of John Sevier. I remember that portion of my Tennessee history lessons. Trailhead. Blount, Green, which would include modern Coswell, Jefferson, Hamblin, Spencer, Hawkins, Washington, Unicoi, Sullivan, Wayne, and Johnson County, and Carter. Okay, cool. Thank you for the list, Trailhead. There's a bunch of counties' names I haven't seen in a while.
Time to go inside.
I got Trailhead. I have literally 8 books. Couple of days out, plus I have 2 more that I now have to add to my reading list because some asshole came in here last night and asked me a question about something that I wasn't even really that aware of topically and gave me a primer video on it, and I'm now curious. And so now I have to add 2 more books to that list. That reading list.
Have you ever read
Dark Money?
By,
yeah. That's a what was that, like a GW era book?
Yeah.
I remember when that came out a bunch of years ago. But you lived there. I'll put it on the list, Trailhead. I'll put it on the list, but the list is long. Let's just put it that way. The list is long and the attention span is short. Oh, Oh, Estrella, that's on my Discord server. Yeah, saw a meme earlier. It said due to travel restrictions, the U.S. had to organize the coup at home. Yeah, that's on the shared content on my Discord server. If I don't know, I think there's like new people in here and stuff. Let me
Quite hilarious. Have you vetted them though?
fuck it.
Yeah, I mean we can always ban them later once they
There you go.
demask.
If you want it. There's Estrella. Yeah, and I have to add more books to the list. I have to. Because my preferred anarchist book event space run by queer feminist fucking insurrectionists of sorts in Asheville, North Carolina. Shout out to Firestorm Co-op. Sent me
Firestorm.
a New Year's card, a Happy New Year's card, and they included a code for 25% off. Like it's signed by all the organizers and stuff, but they're like, here's a code, for the existing customers and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, I can't turn down 25% off books. Now I have to buy more books. So,
Anything else? Sure. Folks? No.
Let's see.
Although, I mean, if there's a 25% off condom sale, that's also pretty good.
I don't. Rabbit, I don't. But Trailhead seems to know their Southern history a little bit better than I, and like I said, it's been decades since I lived there.
Oh, don't tell me my internet crapped out again. Jeez.
Hey, 12013. Let's see. Oh, and thank you for the follow, Cannoli. Stream is faster than chat. That's unexpected. Twitch has been having all sorts of weirdness lately.
Yeah, it's been very, fluctuating.
Yeah, I've heard some interesting things from... Oh, let me adjust here. From a variety of streamers, actually. Streamers. Had to explain to a conservacoomer why third worlders are so laughing at the U.S. God, I hate that. Fucking, will we ever get rid of that stupid Cold War language? Thank you, RB. Like she was a 4-year-old. After a few complexity reductions, I reached U.S. hit Thailand with stick. Thailand do a ha-ha funny when U.S. have poopy moment. Oh, Jesus. Good luck with that, premarital. After that, I got bored, and she called me a soulless savage for not being sad for the deaths of 4 Trumpies. Sounds about right. It's 34.
Did you ask her though if she felt? Sorry, Kai. Did you ask her though if she felt sad about the deaths of George Floyd and the hundreds upon hundreds or thousands of names of others and people who died at other protests?
Nah.
Nah.
They aren't. You know it.
Nah, I would definitely not. Well, maybe it depends on how Christian they are. But
Christian. See, as a Christian, it's 34 degrees in Alabama right now. The hell, I thought the South was warm. No, it gets cold there. Gets plenty of snow. As somebody from Southern California, knew, trust me, it gets way colder than what you're used to. Rabbit, I'm as sad at the death as I am at the deaths of all of the hamsters I've never interacted with. I'm thinking that's a typo, but I think it's an amazing autocorrect. If it isn't, then either way, it's brilliant.
Man, my university internet has been fucky all day. Sorry.
No, it wouldn't have been the Virginia plan, cool boy. The Virginia plan has to do with the Constitutional Convention proposal. So I highly doubt that it would be the Virginia plan, but supposedly another, not the hamsters, cannoli. So it was a typo. No, I preferred it. I prefer it the way it was written. Rabbit. I think we'll go with hamsters on this one. Yeah.
What did he originally intend? Or they? What did they originally intend?
I'm as sad at the death as I am at the deaths of all the hamsters I've never interacted with. Talking about the Trump supporters.
So that was a typo. But what did they actually mean?
I'm as sad at the deaths.
Ah. Instead of death. Hamster was it? Okay.
Yeah. Hey, Tenderizer.
That's a cool one.
Gygaxist. Is that a reference to Gygax?
Wait, who's that? That's some ancient stuff. Right?
No. Gary.
No.
He's the creator of D&D. Or, you know.
No.
Yeah, Gary Gygax. Yep, it is a reference to the Gygax. Rock on. I'm not a D&D player myself. I find the system infuriating to play as a storyteller.
Yeah,
I prefer Fate. But I love watching D&D be played. So
I find it infuriating as a role player because there's no like percentage-based stuff. There's no I don't like the maths behind it. It's rigid.
Bushido. Let's see. Let me catch up. Kat said, I'm contemplating making a meme version of Juicy by Notorious B.I.G. So far, the meme lines I got are, it was all a meme, Q-drop magazines, and birthdays were the worst days, but now we drink Bear Claws when we thirsty. I don't know Cogent.
The brands they choose.
I don't know Cogent, but you know, I know Tenderizer. I'm happy with my RPG system. It's more roleplay based. Fate is roleplay. Fate is about the most bare bones system as you can get. It can get complex if you so choose. There's systems available, but it is about as bare bones to like rein in storytelling as you can probably get. I'm happy with my RPG system. I know some people like a library of RPG systems. And for me, it was more like finding a partner for life. What one works for me, and I'll just stick with it. But thank you for the recommendations nonetheless. I always like to see, what's out there and what else, exists. But no, I won't
I
be.
really like my. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I really like my rocket-propelled grenade launcher. Best Christmas present ever. Sorry, that was dumb.
Yeah, I know. Fucking weapons nerd.
I've been awake for quite some time. I have to not go. I need to stay awake for around. Let me do the calculate. 8 hours. I have to stay awake for 8 more hours because I've thoroughly fucked my sleep cycle now, and for about 1.5 weeks now, I barely seen any sunlight, and I can't get shit done because I have to do that shit during the day, and so I'm breaking the circle.
Cat, I don't know that one. I don't know that meme political ideology, Burgundism. Rabbit, so many respected authors could be summarized that way. Neat ideas. Too bad about the coke addiction and latent racism. Yeah, all of the Cthulhu mythos goes right out the window. I mean, Lovecraft was a real piece of work.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he was so fucking xenophobic, paranoid, and racist. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it makes sense. Like the dude was. It makes sense. Like it's not from a psychology standpoint. Like if you're that paranoid and you write that shit like that. I mean, I like the whole Cthulhu thing. I like the Cthulhu horror universe. It's great. But yeah, it tracks. That amount of fear, that amount of fear of the unknown.
Yeah.
That
Oh yeah.
Always some big, huge monster. Like, of course, shit like that. Of course, that's automatically that's hand in hand with xenophobia.
Kanoe, if you could bring some of that
unknown.
rain back to us, that'd be great. Let's see. Is Trump's ghostwriter considered a respected author?
In kindergarten.
He's definitely a trooper. Right? Like,
That's true.
it's definitely fucking slogged through it.
But I mean, there's people who are just such fucking cult members and followers of this shit that he's probably loved every moment of it.
Stream Dreamers. That is amazing. Thank you. Thank you for that share. Hang on, let me throw that on the fucking on the stream, because that is hilarious. Left by the mob, a lonely can of Axe body spray. So Axe has to come out and renounce it and says we'd rather be lonely than with that mob. Axe condemns yesterday's acts of violence and hate at the Capitol. We believe in the democratic process and the peaceful transition of power.
Oh man, international neoliberal capitalism is kind of funny sometimes.
Oh, that is amazing.
Oh god.
What desert did you grow up in? It gets really cold in the desert I lived in. Yeah, a high desert definitely. If you're in and around the Tucson area, you'll catch some snow. Essentially, the premise of Burgundism is that the Aryan race is impure due to the comforting forces of capitalism, fascism, and Nazism, and that in order for them to become ready, thank you for the follow, Iron Grip, for some pagan shit I forgot already, they essentially use the state and general society to induce the highest levels of authoritarian style suffering, to cleanse the weakness and impurity from the people, including the state officials that are actively encouraged to kill each other and claim power. And this is some fucking meme ideology that Kat has come across. Interesting. Yeah, 12013 said they like to identify as an anarcho-Leninist just to trigger people, and RV goes, RV's been spreading around the anarcho-Bidenist shit. Yeah, axe-based.
Narco. Primeral says Trump has at least 10 widely recognized ghostwriters.
Let's see. Oh, cool boy. Art of the Deal sold millions. I wrote it. I used words, I think is the actual verbatim Trump quote. It wouldn't surprise me. I know words. I have the best words. Is my favorite quote of all time from Donald Trump. Like, words are possessions that can be purchased and sold and possessed in that way. I have the best words. All that pick has done is to serve to add the question of smell to the images. I don't really know what to think about. A squadron of dudes covered in shower in a can.
Yeah, what's your favorite depiction of Trump in media before, since he was president? Lex Luthor, Back to the Future 2, etc. Ask Gigaxis. Okay.
I think that show that fucking Stephen Colbert did on fucking Showtime, that animated show, fucking took the piss pretty solidly. But Biff,
Mr. President, or
I don't remember what it was called.
yeah.
But Biff, in Back to the Future 2, of course, is definitely a hell of a fucking callback. And they have confirmed, like, it is confirmed. Biff is based directly on Donald Trump.
Nah.
Like, yeah.
Tracks.
Cat.
We should just start calling him Biff.
Some people do. I prefer a Mango Mussolini myself. That's always been my fallback position for what to call Trump.
I like the fucking orange with a wig.
Cat forgot to add in the part where the leading faction of Burgundism is also heavily considering inducing nuclear war as a part of the whole purification thing. Wow. Fun. Thank you for the follow, Flip. Now we've... I have not seen Sassy Justice. Anarcho-drunkenism. I'm just out here in the woods getting shit-faced, says Cannoli. To be fair on Axe, they have some pretty okay fragrances, but man children always buy the strongest, most yucky ones. I know nothing of the Axe product line. I can legitimately say I've never used it. I may have been around somebody who was wearing it, but I would not be able to tell you if that were the case. Thank you for the follow, Dan Noman TV _ The Noman Show. Hey, Ninja. What's up? Everybody, CMYK Ninja in the house. What kind of anarchy? How do I say this without inducing rage? Non-revolutionary anarchism. Non-insurrectionary anarchism. I sense a piano map. RV, I'm determined to never have to draw the piano map again. Hey, Panda. Cannoli, peace, love, and anarchy to you as well, my friend. Good luck on the overnight shifts. Thanks for stopping by. I'm on 5 days a week, so stop on by another times. Yes, stream. I saw that as well. The Simpsons January 20th, 2021 fucking thing. Hey there, Lola. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, it is. I advocate for a thing I refer to as the Thucydian methodology, Flipcrafter. It is a form of incrementalism, but it's essentially a classical use of anarchism as a lens of analysis, so collapsing down of hierarchical power structures and philosophical challenging of power and authority mechanisms and the replacement thereof for those that the replacement or dismantling thereof for those that don't meet the challenge, right? But I also advocate for a thing that I call the Theseusine methodology, based on the ship of Theseus, thought experiment born of the Homer's the Odyssey, right? You can change out all of the parts of a ship while it's underway. Is it the same ship when it arrives back? Don't care about the answer. So ultimately, what I advocate for is treating the system as a whole as this sort of compartmentalized modular set of ideologies, and to identify isolatable components of it and hot swap them, rather than tearing down the structure and ending up with a vanguard class and having to go through a revolutionary state, which ultimately is probably going to be akin to genocide given the global interconnected electronic system that we have today, supply lines that are necessary, modern medicine, that sort of thing. So there you go. There is like the just speed run version of my channel. And welcome, by the way.
Welcome, Team YK Ninja. Yeah, I really just thought you were calmly trying to figure stuff out.
Veggie Gestalt. What's leftist about anarchism? Sorry, first time lurker. Generally speaking, on a political compass, anarchism is placed in the left. It's usually found in the bottom left-hand quadrant, right? You can even know this. You can identify this. Hot Wheels 24/7. Haven't played with Hot Wheels in ages, but I did have a hell of a collection. You can identify this even further by there's a post-left anarchism. There is a strain of anarchism that is referred to as post-leftist or post-leftism anarchism. So yeah, traditionally speaking, within plotting of a political compass graph, anarchism is placed in the bottom left-hand quadrant. So there you go. Kai has the Anarchy Description Simulator 2021 any percent world record. Egoist, individualist, agorist gang rise up, says Cat. But fundamentally what identifies it as, you know, is the egalitarian, humanistic, individualistic liberty, this sort of thing. This is what plots it onto the left anyway. The societal concern while still utilizing the individual liberty to raise up this societal group. This is how you achieve that.
Oh man,
well, if you're Gaiaxist, if you're capable of using a description such as socialist libertarian, then you probably understand the nuanced description of libertarian and the history therein. The classical libertarianism is actually, once upon a time, internationally and historically, libertarianism was almost synonymous with anarchism, blah, 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 blah. If you're capable of giving that sort of description, then chances are you're already versed enough to have the nuanced discussion. Contacts. There we go. Shalem, California. Let me back up here in chat. Who's my favorite philosopher? I don't have one. I legitimately don't have a favorite philosopher. No.
Have you watched Sassy Justice, Kai?
No. Somebody suggested Sassy Justice earlier. Fucking. Apparently, it's by the South Park guys.
Yeah. I'm watching it right now. They're doing it. This is like fun. They did a whole thing like with Trump being like sassy, frat sassy, like a journalist interviewing people and shit. Pretty good deep fake. Well, kind of. Sometimes it's better than other times, but. Huh. I'll check that out later.
Skilius. Skilius has the best death of any philosopher, in my opinion. This is Bushido. Yeah, I'm hung up on the favorite part, right? Like, I see philosophers in their texts as sort of tools in a tool belt, right? Sun Tzu is a solid pick. Emma's fun. Alinsky, even though he's not really a philosopher, he's more of a political organizer. He wouldn't count. I mean, see, that's the thing, is I take them all for their contributions, right? Like, you know, I've got, like, Stirner in my head, I've got Bakunin in my head, I've got Kropotkin in my head, I've got Chomsky in my head, I've got, you know, Goldman in my head, I've got modernists like, you know, Bellamar in my head, that sort of thing. But, yeah, I don't really rank them. All right, so let me scroll down. My fiance is an anti-industrialist, individualist, anarchist. Makes our relationship hard, but I love her. The anarcho-individualists I find counterproductive. I think they're skewing some of the best parts of the organizing principles of anarchism. RV anarcho Antifa mainstreamism. Yeah, Adia, they're just thoughts that have already been thunk and they got writ down. Yeah. Twain up there right behind Jaden Smith. How do I feel about the transcendentalists? Foucault, Machno. Yeah, I mean, I like Machno for what he achieved, not necessarily what Machno contributed. Hang on. Burn that one. Give me 1 sec. I see you down there trying to get the invite. Give me 1 second only. There you go, Cannoli. Foucault. No, not really. Hey, Newsy. Linsky is pretty fair to me. He's got big Hegelian dialectical energy, but with a lot of explicit optimism. Dude, I think if you're involved in politics and you haven't read Saul Alinsky, I don't know what you're doing. There is so much. I'm working on a piece right now, actually, and I've got Rules for Radicals right behind me right now. You can see it's tabbed all to hell. I got Bellamar behind me. I got Eric Olin Wright behind me right now. Yeah, I'm working on an essay. I don't know what it is yet, but I'm working on a thing.
Nice.
Are you proposing a hierarchy of philosophers? Let's see. Oh, there, Sun Tzu will keep you alive, dude. I've got Sun Tzu on my shelf as well. I've had the Art of War on my shelf since I was 15, something like that. Oh, I never answered how I felt about the Transcendentalists. I prefer empiricism over the intuition. Right? Like, intuition has its place, but the like reordering that the Transcendentalists attempted to do utilizing intuition over empiricism, it never sat well with me. Flipcrafter. Not in anything that I'm speaking about. I am headed back to school for a poli-sci degree. I am an IT guy from way back. I'll give you the rundown, Flip. Age 4, in front of a mainframe terminal. Age 14, doing custom programming. By 25, I was running an independent IT consultancy here in Las Vegas. So my entire life has been, you know, I pursued an MIS degree, Management of Information Systems degree, but my entire life has been spent immersed in technology. But I'm... Hey! Thank you for the raid, Gritty Turbo Teen. And hello to the hello to the people coming in from Gritty Turbo Teen's stream. How was your stream, Turbo Teen?
Welcome.
Yeah, Flip. I'm headed. I've pretty much made up my mind. I'm headed back for a poli-sci degree because it's what interests me now. So yeah. Let me scroll back a ways. Trotsky. Not a fan of Trotsky, Jeff the doctor. Trotskyism and anarchism. Let's just say the anarchists don't get along with the Trotskyists. That's a fist fight waiting to happen. The vanguardistic tendencies of Trotskyism alone is enough to drive any anarchist up a fucking wall. Let alone all of the other shit. Somebody asked for Rosa Luxemburg.
Rosa was cool.
She was cool. I'm gonna agree with Joe. Like, I'm just gonna gloss over it. She was cool. But not a whole lot to say about her because I haven't read a ton of her stuff. So, hang on. Australia, I don't even want big corporations to exist. I want to return to the OG setup of corporations in this country. Gygaxist. I convinced a professor to teach Alinsky to college freshmen. Ooh, good for you. That's fucking solid praxis. As part of a first-year class. And man, you've never seen small-town Midwestern kids freak out faster. Dude, I love Alinsky. I do. I think that any organizer that hasn't read Alinsky isn't doing their job.
I've heard of him before. I've actually haven't read him. I'm gonna just add that.
He was a guy that the Catholic diocese used to, I believe the Chicago diocese used to send graduating classes to Alinsky to teach him how to become a community organizer.
How do you spell his name?
Alinsky, A-L-I-N-S-K-Y.
Alinsky. Okay.
Ninja. So that explains your deep understanding of complex systems. Yeah, it probably has a lot to do with it. Ninja. I think in networks anyway. I think in in systems management and that sort of thing. That is how my brain is set up. So, a political system is. I mean, the only more complex part is integrating the human component into the nodal area instead. I mean, that makes it infinitely more complex, admittedly so, but I mean, that is, it is sort of a hot swap situation. just relaxing, talking about abolishing the police. Oh, rock on, Turbo Teen. You know, I always give the hot take of no guns for police, guns for everybody else. And watch how what divide occurs, and see how that splits the room. Always a fun time. Yes, stream it would be my first poli-sci degree. Well, just don't pick on Trotsky. It wouldn't be nice. How do I feel about Trump's coup attempt? It's the worst fucking... Hey, thank you for the follow, Gygaxis. That's the worst... just a shitty attempt at a coup. Helped the left out a lot, though. Gave us tons of ammo. Hello, Partigiano? Partigiano. I'm gonna go run with that. Hello to you. Trots deserve being picked on. Anyone who thinks they deserve to be the leaders of the revolution who can't handle the basic criticism aren't the leaders of the revolution. Somebody want to, like, check that fucking name.
Did the internet just glitch for anyone else? No?
Not me.
No. No, that's me. No, it's... Oh, it's...
Okay.
Oh.
Welcome, Hebok. Hebok. Oh, yeah, where's the unlawful use of umbrellas emote when you need it? Yeah, that's over on the Discord server. Unlawful use of umbrellas is our newest emote on the Discord server. Born of Portland. Yeah.
That our DNS servers are constantly timing out every half hour.
Oh. That sucks.
Well, I applied to be in the IT, like voluntary IT department here for the internet for everybody and stuff, but they haven't answered. Like, in 6 days now, and they need help.
Chief Rocks, how do you define yesterday as a coup? Well, technically, all right, if we're using technical poli-sci terminology, yesterday wouldn't be a coup. It would be a self-coup or an anti-coup, right? I'm sorry, auto-coup. It would be a self-coup or an auto-coup. An attempt to stay in power is an auto-coup. A coup is to attempt to usurp power from someone else. So if Trump were like a rebel leader of some sort and he riled people up and got them to do what they did yesterday, that would be a coup. What was yesterday was technically an auto coup or a self coup. So, I mean, if we're speaking literally in technical terminology, then yeah, there is a variation there to be had. Or there's a differentiation to be had, I should say. But, you know, the illegitimate overthrow, usually using violent means to, a threat of violence or violent means to overthrow the illegitimate attempt using violence or a threat of violence to overthrow a legitimate government is a coup. Tenderizer, totally lawful use of twisted tea is encouraged. Nice. An impotent Reichstag. 69 viewers.
71.
Oh. Yeah, OBS updates much slower than the actual.
Yeah, I'm a mobile. I'm mobile at work for some reason. Now it's 65. Huh.
Arope.
Oh well.
Yeah, there's a veggie gestalt. That's the Spanish term for an autoco. And thank you for the follows, Jeff and Chief Rocco. The difference would be this black shirt succeeded. Well, the black shirts were completely and utterly incompetent. Yesterday was a fucking joke.
I mean, they had to stop every 5 minutes for pasta. So, like, I mean,
one of the fucking Trumpers who died of a fucking of a heart attack. He really did. Like, he died of a goddamn heart attack. And his wife even said she knew it wasn't a good idea for him to go there. He went there and got all riled up and fucking had a heart attack. Oh yeah, the dude tasering himself in the balls to death was probably the highlight of fucking ways to take yourself out.
I wasn't sure if that was like some fucking joke or something. So that actually happened.
No, it
can
happened.
Somebody please explain to me how? How?
Don't ask me.
How? How?
Yep, indeed, not a meme, Joe.
Oh, he was probably smushed up like in a like pressed together crowd, and had it like against his body, and it got pressed somehow, and it wasn't. And he just and then okay. I don't know. Actually, that's feasible.
How do you feel about him actually conceding now? Why do you think he did it? His shit failed and he has no choice but to admit it. Plus, he's probably on the way out. Like, if he's smart, he's going to try and get Pence to fucking pardon him, at least at the federal level, so he doesn't have to worry about that. Not really getting at the technical term, I just don't think he riled people up. Where have you been the last 4 years, then? If you don't think Trump didn't whip this into a frenzy, then I don't know. Maybe you just weren't paying attention.
I mean, this is just a narrative that he set up more than 4 years, like about 4 years ago. It's just a narrative he set up about 4 years ago, playing out. He literally said 4 years ago, "Oh, we're going to steal the election," blah 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 blah. Like, we saw this shit coming. It was telegraphed.
He fell while trying to steal the painting, and it was in his pocket, and so it got set off by the pressure trigger on it.
Fuck. Shit, that's... Oh, man. That's... Oh, God. I'm sorry for him that he died that way. That's...
I'm not. I have.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, sure, of course.
I mean, this is just the reality. Like, this is what the right's been hitting the left with this entire time. If you don't want to get beat up by the police, don't go down there and protest. If you don't want to inhale fucking, tear gas, then you shouldn't be there. Yeah. Well, if you don't want to get fucking shot by the Secret Service, don't try and climb through a barricaded wall. Fucking don't try and fucking raid a federal facility.
We're literally, the vice president is on the other side of the room. You're stating hostile intentions, screaming kill them all," and shit. And
shit
what
happens.
The fuck do you think?
Yeah, like this is 1 + 1 = 2. I got nothing in me for this.
Still amazed. Like I expected the law enforcement to handle this way more softly than they do lefties and the BLM thing, and but just how extremely fucking like satin gloves, like goddamn.
Do we know the name of the suicide taser? I don't know. I've been calling him John 50 kilovolt testicle toaster dough. Premarital. That you put that PhD to work. Antipodean squid.
That lady.
Someone said to me today, quote, "Yeah, people say outrageous, people say outrageous things, but no one thought there was going to be a riot or that people would stage a coup." And I was just standing there like, where have you been and can I go there? Trailhead, we have somebody confirmed an update for us at the top of the show that the cop has passed. That yeah, they're not on life support anymore, and that their time on this earth has passed. So
That happened like 24 hours ago, though, right?
no, that happened like today.
I thought we were talking about a lady who got
No. There was a cop who was hit in the head by a fire extinguisher by the mob.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay. Fuck.
Yeah.
Fire extinguishers are mean. Well,
Their time on this earth has ended, and their time under the dirt has started. Exactly, premarital. They have no concern for brutality against people of color, but the moment a white person gets shot and killed while breaking into a federal building, and MAGA chuds are up in arms over. Oh yeah, they're already calling her a martyr.
of course. What do you expect?
Yeah. The parlor crowd is all over calling her a martyr and shit like that. Yeah, and
also, by the way,
what?
Nah, like Jeff, Jeff the doctor. I don't know what your honestly don't know what direction your messages are going here, but it doesn't matter if you were a police officer and a veteran. Like,
Should have known better
how
though.
the fuck
That makes
does
it worse.
Justify her actions.
That makes it
even
worse.
Worse, exactly. Makes it worse. I mean, of course, it's fucking tragic that she died for such a dumb fucking astroturfed fucking bullshit. I don't think she should have died, but that's the way things went, and it's her own fault. To be fair, she tried to storm a fucking room.
By the way,
mob.
with a Secret Service, like I'm pretty sure they were Secret Service, like based on the suit, uniform, that sort of thing.
It looks like
pointing a gun directly at you. Like, the gun didn't come out of nowhere. He was in position pointing that gun at her at that area the entire time, and she's like, "Fuck it, I'm climbing through." Well,
yeah.
What'd you think was gonna happen? So, peace out, bitch.
I cannot stand Mike Pence, but just from an objective standpoint of how you understand this, I have to understand the system is, she tried to storm a room which contained, in which room the vice president was still in, okay, as part of a agitated mob that stormed the state capital of the United States.
Like I said, this is a 1 + 1 = 2 situation.
Yeah. Storm the capital of a militaristic empire and you get shot.
Jace,
what?
Jace Place. There is literally a synchronized set of videos. Hey. Eddie, let me follow.
Idiots should be happy that the loss of life was so fucking small. I think they literally believed that it would run in there as like liberators and shit and be happily greeted.
Anybody who posts an
ridiculous
AMP link. Ugh. Oh, so not a cop actually serving on duty. Retired black police officer killed at St. Louis protest. Yes. Hey, Wyatt. No, there is a set of synchronized videos. They're on our shared content on our Discord server. Wyatt just posted it on a Reddit link as well, where you can see from multiple angles what went down. Yeah.
Oh, hey, Tale of Two Rabbit. That's a very good point. That's a very good point. He's saying there have now been, I don't know if you read it already. Sorry, I'm a little bit loopy. There have now been more law enforcement deaths at one
Oh
mega
yeah,
riot
there's
than
already
the
an argument.
totality of all BLM, no DAPL.
There's already an
Wall Street,
argument in
and
chat
DAPL.
about one of our Chief Rocka here is saying like, you know, oh well it happened, and then posted how a retired black officer was killed at a St. Louis protest, like not in uniform, not on duty, in no way,
Yeah,
shape, or form.
different thing.
Henron, I understand that. My position for all of yesterday was sit back and watch the two, like, very Sun Tzu. If you have two enemies that are fighting each other, enjoy it. Right? Like, that's it. Like, you've got fascists fighting authoritarian crypto fascists, right? Like, what am I going to do? I'm not picking a side here, but you better sure goddamn believe that when exactly plays out what we expect to play out plays out, that I'm gonna have a chuckle at it. Like, what'd they think was gonna happen? They stormed a fucking federal building, and there's a dude pointing a gun in a chick's face, and she still made the final push. Well, that's Darwin right there. Fuck it, I don't care. Hey, Fertus. Hey, thank you for the follow, Birdie. Yeah, I'm with Adia. I'm not celebrating her death. I'm just not sympathetic. Like, there's nothing in there. Like, I got nothing for it. She walked off a cliff. Right? It's essentially a video of a person walking off a cliff. Consciously, just like, hey, there's a cliff. I'm just going to walk off it. What do you want from me? Like, she took her life in her own hands and got a very predictable result. Fuck the state, but fuck her too. Yeah, stupid game, stupid prizes situation. Yeah, it's a dick move, but it's expected. Veggie. It's a dick move. Your personal property doesn't, your private property doesn't equate to the taking of human life in my estimation, but you do have to understand that there are looting laws on the books that would allow for that to happen. So you should at least be aware of it. But it's you know.
And those people are literally fucking divorced from reality and are not aware of the state of the country they live in.
You know, as many people are pointing out, it's not really an it's not an equal situation. It is a false equivalency of sorts. But you know, trying to break past a Secret Service agent to potentially harm their ward compared to taking the Cheetos or the TV off the shelf of your shop doesn't really work out equal.
Huge difference.
But hey.
I mean, the corporate bootlickers, what do you expect?
Yeah, if you're going into a violent protest, you should be aware of what danger you're walking into. I mean, you have to know that, just from a practical point of view. Like, we're going to get into some shit tonight. Like, I could be tear gassed. I could be rubber bulleted. I could be beaten senseless in the street. Like, I could be truncheoned in the kidneys, and I could end up bleeding in a jail cell tonight. There are situations that you just have to come to terms with, whether they are right, whether they are wrong, whether the use of force by the state, the utilizing monopolization of force, and you know, in an authoritarian system is right or not, whether it's moral or not. You do have to go in with eyes open to those situations. Storm a federal building, you might get shot in the face. Yeah, taking hostages. You heard the chants outside Moloch commit murder. Yeah, they were chanting as they broke that initial window. Fucking kill them, kill them, kill
Yeah.
them.
Kill them all, kill them all.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Arwill. So, she knew that that would be the logical reaction of the shooter, agree with it or not. It just is. I mean, there comes a point where we can leave ideologies out of it and just talk practical, pragmatic terms. Yeah. Storm a federal building, attempt to kidnap and or kill political officials who are guarded by Secret Service agents. You're gonna catch a bullet. Stop posting AMP links. Jesus Christ.
I don't think they understand what that is.
No. I won't even say that. They're tripping all violent protests are wrong. No, they're not. So the founding of this country was wrong? Chief, I'm gonna call you out straight up. The American Revolution was wrong. Women's suffrage movements, the labor movement, the LGBT movement started with a violent riot. I hate to be the one bearer of bad news, but violent protests get shit done sometimes. Henron, it's chud bait. I agree.
I mean, fair enough.
Hey, Tuna. It has been a minute. How you been, Tuna? Yep, the poll tax riots in London stopped Thatcher. May she forever rest in hell if there is a hell. Fuck that cunt. It's the language she understood. It's just the truth. Anything would follow Kizbox. And yes, John. Hey, John. Oh, knock that shit off, Tuna. There's a lot of people you could get dogpiled. This is hilarious. This is so I got the China virus. Tuna's one of our right wings. Feeling lots of fatigue. Going to church for Christmas was a mistake. Hundreds of people in there shoulder to shoulder, no masks. I was
no fucking shit. Jesus, we've been saying this the whole fucking time.
Good luck with that.
Basic biology, motherfucker. God damn
it. Speedy recovery. He was masked, though. I mean, you shouldn't have been there.
The masks, they help a little bit with some shit, but they don't protect you. It's just...
Yeah, Adia, a riot is the language of the unheard. White people are the only people who are actually heard frequently. White people at cis, heteronormative, neuronormative, landowning male white people. Because a lot of us, you know, I hate reading that sort of thing, that like white people is like, you know, as somebody with a disability and who's gay and an anarchist, I'm pretty much thrown in the same camp as somebody who's, you know, indigenous, black, Latino, female. Like, I got a lot of those qualifiers, but I happen to be white as well. white people rioting for their voice to be heard is like attaching the engine of a 747 to the top of a police car and using it as a siren. Just a bunch of air for something that was already loud enough to begin with. Fair enough. Hey, Kizbox. Hey, Zoomy, and thank you for the bits. How you doing, Zoomy? Adia, yes. Thank you for making the distinction. White, cis, heteronormative with a penis. Yeah, exactly. Like, it's, you know. Correction. Political violence is the voice of the silent majority. At least you don't get shot on site, Kai. That is true. Depending. Oh, I lost Joe. That depends on what I'm wearing. But yes, I feel you, premarital. I feel you. Thank you to follow, Henron. The Capitol siege. You mean the epic fail of yesterday, where Back the Blue managed to kill a cop? Yeah, we're talking about that. Where a Trump fucking chud managed to taser himself in the balls to death. Yeah, we're talking about that one. The thing that was supposed to disrupt the electoral vote certification that basically ended up solidifying it. Yeah, that. We're talking about that. No, Wilso, not a joke. Yes, the siege of the Capitol that lasted for 2 hours. Oh, did Chief give up? I mean, y'all buried him. Not surprised. What disability? I suffer from progressive small fiber neuropathy, probably likely driven by autoimmune condition. Basically, my body is eating my small fiber nerves alive. It is classified as a pain disability. I am in constant torture. My body is torturing me. Let's just put it that way. Yeah. Everything is progressive about you, man. Exactly. If I get a fucking, if I get a disease or something, it's gonna be progressive, goddammit. Yeah. My legs are never not on fire. It's miserable. Let's just put it that way.
Everything is progressive about you, man. It's that tenderizer.
Thank you, no. No, actually, weed actually tends to make it worse, Adia. It is just, pure willpower and resolve. There's no medication. There's no, I'm literally just powering through. A day may come where I have to resort to something, but for the time being, it is, thank you, Squid. It is sheer resolve. Just develop a pain kink, easy. What causes it? Probably my immune system, though it's been very difficult. It's been a rocky road to, I've yet to get that proven. Because my RNA tests and antibody tests are negative. Let's see. Terribly sorry, I have scoliosis. Oof. So my my back is trying to shove my head up my ass. Probably not the same level of pain, but I feel you on constant pain. Yeah, anybody who understands that understands that. Let's see. Body torture. That sounds familiar. My doctors think I have EDS. Oh God. It's a connective tissue disorder. Elors or something or other. It's not coming forward. Kezbox, I'm sure if they think you have EDS, you can drop it in. Elor Danlos, there we go. Yeah, it's a connective tissue disorder. I know that. I've run the gamut on tests. Adrenochrome works every time, I'm told. Chronic spinal injury. Thank you, 1111. Chronic pengang, sarcastic. Woo. Thank you, OnlyFacts. I get dry skin in the winter and I freak out and pout. So yeah, you're the stronger person. I try. You know, I dislocate like it's a fucking incentivized thing. Kezbox. I used to think it was an act, but I think Trump is seriously mentally ill. No, his niece has stated numerous times. I mean, she's a clinical psychologist that grew up knowing this guy. She's sincerely mentally ill. S. Lennon 1207. I have Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. Fucking two people with a fairly rare condition in chat simultaneously. Squid is thankful they don't have EDS, just fibromyalgia and regular tests for MS because some of the symptoms just don't fit. Chronic pain, hashtag chronic pain gang, rise up. The thing that bothers me is that what comes along with my, yeah, Kez, tell you what, Kez, the easiest way to reach me is, just Discord. So jump on the Discord server, Kez. And you'll find me Proudly Kai. You see my name on the screen right there. And you can hit me up. The thing that drives me the worst, that makes me crazy, is because my stuff is autoimmune driven, things like exercise, which increase your autoimmune response, make my neuropathy worse. Like significantly worse, like 100% worse. So I basically have an exercise intolerance at this point, and I used to be really in shape. And now I'm not. And that bothers me because exercise used to be my haven. I was a runner for many years, but rock climbing, I did a lot of shit. Skydiving, rock climbing, rappelling, whitewater rafting, hey, Rosa. And Rosa's a raid of 25. Hello, all Rosa's people. We are having chronic pain gang stuff right now. Hope you'll hang around for a while, though. Your content's pretty nice. I shall try. I will do this ooh, Lennon, 80 surgeries. Fuck me. Fortus, this is what keeps me from fucking putting a bullet in my skull, to be perfectly bluntly honest. So for as long as I can manage, I will do this. Barf up along, watching from the UK for so long now. Do you think that's it now? Will they give up, or do they have something else up their sleeve? Who knows? There's always an option. Hey, Grumpy, how are you? Every time I come back on this stream, the world's doing crazy shit. No, Kai, we need you. Gee, you guys make my rheumatoid arthritis sound like one of Mitt Romney's issues. I was just watching you, Zoomy, no. For very specific reasons, I haven't tried that stuff. Rock on. I was watching you when it was the New Year's protests, and when Portland was being all Portlandy. Rosa, I was hanging out. I was lurking your stream. We were keeping an eye on you. You were doing good work. I even gave you a shout out. When watching the bunch of the right-wing streamers yesterday, I was like, Rosa would have been in the thick of it. These fucking wusses down here, they're already fleeing because of a little tear gas. So, yeah. Yeah, Addy, Addy, I've seen shit like that too. All right, Kez, I see what you've said. I don't usually see that user, but thanks for the heads up. I will keep that in mind. Thank you, Kez. Aw, yeah. You're quite welcome, and you quite dab time with all this pain talking. Dude, you earned it. Fucking, you get in the thick of it. And we were watching, was it Right Side Broadcasting Network? And these fuckers turned tail and ran at the first tear gas pop. They were immediately out.
Yep.
Like, just
That
peace
was so
out.
sad. So
Yeah,
sad.
they were running. I was just laughing my ass off. Oh. Stretch. Oh. How you doing, Grumpy? How's France?
And the people, sorry for interrupting, but the people talking about opiates in the chat for the pain management and injuries and stuff, only a few days. Don't take the shit for longer than a few days after then it happened. You know you make your pain worse with it, right?
Oh, and
I broke my fucking spine. Okay, I broke my spine. It was the most fucking painful thing I've ever experienced in my life. Well, there was a lot of other painful things, but that was really like fucked up. And I've only took opiates while I was in the hospital, and after that, none of them. Fucking none. Yes, I was in pain. I still did my studies, more or less, but because I didn't take it, it all went away completely. Nothing.
Yes,
real quick.
Rosa, I did see the Animaniacs remix, which was hilarious. Did you see the photos of her rubbing her eyes with onions? In that towel she was holding, she held an onion, and she was holding the onion to her eye. Fun times. But yeah, I saw the Animaniacs remix. And for those of you that are mentioning opiates in chat, in and around the pain conversation, for nerve pain, for neurological pain, opiates don't work. So for those of us that have nerve damage, such as myself, opiates don't do anything other than, yes, Rosa, I have the, here you go, Rosa. Let me get you the Reddit link. It's even a Reddit conspiracy fucking link. It's so beautiful. Even they caught it. Even Reddit's conspiracy subreddit. Fuck, it was like, that's an onion in her hand. Yeah, RSB were like, where's the safe space? Where's the safe space? I thought they were going to ask where the trans bathrooms are. Dude, they ran so fast. It was so sad. Stephen Ignoramus, I watched for a bunch of hours. He's a right-wing fucking theological nut job. But like I said numerous times, I disagree with basically everything this dude believes in. But to his credit, he was in the Capitol building. Like, he was in that initial push streaming. So, really good stream to watch. Zenku, yeah, I know. We've seen a lot of the copium stuff. Oh yeah, no, Fructus, thank you. And, yeah, duly noted. Yep, opioids are garbage for neuropathy. They get me high enough that I don't give a shit. I'm in pain. Yes, that is the thing. I was going to tack that on, Kez, is that is the one thing opioids do, is they check you out mentally.
Yeah.
And so you're like, that sort of thing. Grumpy.
Like, I do take them recreation.
Yeah. Oh, they're fun that way.
Or I have. I don't do that anymore, but like very spaced out.
Cool.
Like the time in between.
France is watching the United States like, oh, they're mad. This will never happen here. So now they say that if we get the presidents, we will beat Trump and making extreme right is all safe and cool. Nobody attack them. Loving it. All right. Speaking of pain, dab time for Rosa. Yeah, that shit doesn't work for me. Weed is the best pain reliever. For certain things. Yeah, it doesn't. I think I saw some of his streams, but yeah, Steven was doing good work. I mean, like I said, he's this fucking total chud. He's borderline theocratic. He's, I disagree with entirely, but as a streamer, he was doing good work. His battery didn't run out. He was down there for like 7-8 hours streaming solid. Maintained a decent connection the whole time through. The video quality was decent for most of it. And he was with the initial push. Like, he got in the thick of it. So, yeah, for a stream to watch, it was a hell of a stream.
Casbox, I don't know if you read that yet, but Casbox asking you if he can DM you about something.
Oh, yeah, I got that. We already lined up
Okay.
on that one.
Sorry.
What do I make a Trump speech today? To be perfectly honest, Rosa, I didn't watch it. I saw an article about it. Yeah. I have extraordinary difficulty listening to that man speak. Not because of like political differences or anything like that. I find his oratory skills to be so miserable, and his cadence and his tonality to be so obnoxious that I just can't listen to him. Oh, okay. Putsch. As in, as in beer hall pooch. Putsch. Thank you for the follow,
Yeah,
Mama Bird and El Belgian Monkey. Take any teleprompter Trump speech, and that's what it is. I just stretched, but my legs could use it. Rosa, I know what you mean. Yes. Hey, Mitre.
He's been around for some time.
Well, he just he just threw the hay in.
Yeah, he's been around. We were in Curious earlier.
I feel dumber after listening to anything Trump says, so I avoid listening to him as well. It's brutal. Like, I just, from an oratory, hey, Curio, from an orator standpoint, it really does bother me. Just, he has that way of speaking. I'd rather have GW back. I'd rather have that fake, folksy, down-home, pseudo-Southern bullshit that GW did than whatever the fuck Trump is. Hey, thank you for following SCA. Back is flaring up something chronic. Puns, says Kizbox. What do I think about political violence? I think it's a thing that exists. W. Yeah, that's how bad Trump is. He makes us miss W.
Yeah.
Right? That's how bad Trump
That's
is.
insane.
Yeah.
That's fucking insane.
But yeah, what do I think about political violence? It's a thing that exists. It sometimes works. It sometimes doesn't.
Yeah, I don't miss that, man.
Oh, I do when I have to listen to a fucking presidential speech.
Yeah, okay, well, maybe miss his personality, but not his, what he did. Although it was mostly the vice president, but I mean, he did it too. Willing accomplice, accomplice. Blah 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 blah. Fucking ask. Yeah.
Let's see. All right.
I'm not gonna fucking talk well about Bush Jr.
He's still a fucking war
Senior
criminal.
either.
I mean,
yeah, of
I
course.
mean, there's, he's like every other American president. He's a piece of
There's
shit war
Obama,
criminal.
there's-
Yeah. Obama, W, Clinton.
yeah.
Take your fucking pick. They're all fucking.
Clinton,
But I
yep.
have to, if we have to listen to this fucker spout off, and
Carter got kind of close to not being one, but kind of got pushed there at the end, I guess. But Carter, I like the most.
Rabbit. English is so funny sometimes. Do you believe in anarchy? I don't have to believe it exists, much like tables and hair dye.
Has always existed and is the oldest, one of the oldest forms of ideology. So.
There's already a conspiracy about the Trump video saying it's a deep fake or that he didn't say Biden because he doesn't plan to hand over power. Oh my God. Let me jump over to my Parlor tab, my Parlor browser, and see fucking if that's like on my feed or something. See what they're up to.
But this seems to be like a fucking sickness or illness or lack of understanding of reality or self-awareness on parts of the right for quite some time. It's like the same thing. Like, I wonder if Trump even realizes how much fucking damage he did with all that shit, and that shit is gonna bite him in the ass, and they might turn on him too. Like, that they're not gonna listen to him anymore at all. Because, like, the same thing with Joe Rogan, with the thing where he talked that shit about with the forest fires and stuff. And then he always, when other stuff, I've listened to some of his fucking episodes, and it's like, oh yeah, no, I don't, yeah, that's crazy. Like, he's oblivious. Like, I don't think he is actually. Like, it's either oblivious stupidity, lack of self-awareness, or like really fucking malign, fucking evil, malign bullshit. It's, the thing with the forest fires where he said, maybe blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Said some dumb shit, and I don't think he meant it. He's just I mean, I don't want to defend him because he is. Ugh.
Trump is on Parlor now. Cool. Anybody knows his account name? I need to follow him. At Trump.
I mean, I guess that's where it belongs.
Eric Trump's on there. Tiffany's on there. Ivanka's on there. Junior's on there. Lovely. I love that you're on Parlor now. Yeah, no, I decided that, you have to be able to keep an eye on these nut jobs. So, fuck it. Which president made the fewest bodies drop in the last 100 years? Oof, maybe Carter.
Yeah.
Probably Carter, but I'd have to do some work to verify that.
Maybe there was someone in between, nobody knows, where it was like a fluke of a few years during his presidency where nothing really was happening.
Ford, to Rabbit with Ford, he didn't have enough time to be genuinely destructive. There you go. See, those just sort of like notations that I would need to look up at first. No, W didn't. That wasn't W, Adia. That was Senior, that vomited on the Japanese Prime Minister. Yeah, that was his dad.
Literally vomited on him?
Yes. Yes.
Oh.
Cool.
Must've been
Thank you,
embarrassing.
Kaz. I got it. Grumpy's telling you to get your mic away from your mouth. It's saturating a lot, as they put it.
It is away from my mouth.
Oh, let's see. The right hated me pointing out in his speech that he was going to march down there with him and then didn't, and then threw him under the bus. I got banned every time for pointing that out. Golf clap, Wilson. D-Live is where he'll have to give his next address. Oh, D-Live. Oh, what about Clown Prince Don Jr.? Yeah, he's in there too. They're all in there. Carter supported Indonesia and the Shah of Iran, but directly, maybe not responsible. Yeah. But Hunter Biden's laptop. Vomited, then fell over. Don't remember if he actually fainted or not. I don't remember if he fainted or not either, but I remember the vomiting. Didn't they both puke on someone? I don't remember. I don't remember W. The shoe, cool boy. The shoe was fucking. That was when you saw, fucking. That was one of those moments that you'd be like, well, he's got moves. He saw that shoe coming and he just sort of dodged that shit clean. Yeah. Both of them, but the second throw was already telegraphed. You actually have the throw shoe emote. Rock on 1111. Yeah. It's ooh. Yeah, just checking shared content over in the Discord server. Yeah, the now watch this drive thing is the only good part of W. He was look, he could throw, he got the baseball across the mound successfully. Like all of the like solid parts of W, you seem to be athletic in some form or fashion. That you're like, well, there's at least something, you know. But yeah, he was a shit human being. Let's just put it that way. Yeah, with a smile on his face. What?
I'd be curious if you crack 100 viewers tonight.
Oh, I already did.
Highest I've seen so far was 86. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Concur, like at the same time?
Yeah.
Of course, at the same time, yeah, obviously. Nice.
With a smile on his face the entire time. He's a total numbnut. Yeah, he was. Yeah, I'm with that, Will. So Cheney and Rumsfeld possibly more. W wasn't bright. Yeah, so country, we've gone from shoe throwing to riots and violence. And now this. Oh, we're going to have to do this again? So how can you be an anarchist and a lefty? Because traditional plottings of anarchism all put it in the bottom left-hand quadrant of a political compass. Plus, there's an alignment within the political ideologies.
Yep, and ANCAPs are not anarchists.
Yeah. So if you're familiar with the geniuses on the other side, all right, yeah, I suppose I could throw one up. There you go. There's a standard 2-axis political compass. I advocate for at least a 4-axis if you're gonna do any work off of one. But yep. This is a 2-axis political compass, and in the bottom left-hand side, you see what's referred to as libertarian left. When you see authoritarian libertarian, the anarchists are aligned with the libertarian slide, and so we would be in the bottom left-hand corner. So there you go. Yes, and anarcho-capitalism isn't a thing. Kezbox, if you're an ANCAP, you're not an anarchist. You're a fascist with a hard-on for corporations having all the wealth and power. Anarcho-capitalism is a misnomer. You can't rectify the disparity between anarchism and capitalism. Anarchism is about a collapsing down of hierarchical power structures and a philosophical challenging of power and authority mechanisms. Capitalism is inherently exploitative, it is inherently authoritative, and it is inherently hierarchical, and the establishment of those therein. So to say I'm against hierarchy is just sort of, you can't rectify that disparity. So what it actually is it's an inorganic, bad faith attempt at providing political cover for oneself. Hey,
Sorry
Lynx.
about that.
I knew that would drag you out. Or that one. And we have multiple Gesundheits for you.
No, thanks.
And yeah,
Dankeschön.
if you guys want an 8 values that's been slightly tweaked by an anarchist for keeping in mind anarchistic values a little more, you can take the one on my website. But by all means, it's an 8 values, which is open source anyway. And the code is accessible if you pull the site away, site apart anyway. I didn't mean to do that. I accidentally banned Curio.
Fuck you, Curio.
Jesus.
Oh, sorry, that was too loud.
Yeah, that
probably.
was sorry. You just blew somebody's ears out. I'm so
Sorry about
sorry,
that.
Curio.
No, I think that was a good and also very calculated decision. We talked about it behind the curtains. That was planned.
I went to double click something, Curio, above, and you chat moved, and the ban button for your name was right there. Sorry, man. How do I rank on the tame wacky spectrum? Mentally wacky, physically tame. These days, what I actually physically do from a day to day is pretty tame. What I think is pretty fucking wacky. Back in the day, it'd just be full on wacky. Jesus Christ.
I've always been a little bit more careful. No, I'm not sure.
Zoomy, what is the most I've won at a Vegas casino? $0, because I've never gambled in a Vegas casino. I've lived here for 14, 15 years. Never done it.
Got paid by the casinos.
No, I mean regarding your ideology, like liberalism is pretty tame. Positivism is pretty wacky, is quite wacky. I don't know. That would be a perspective issues, right? Have I ever gambled in another casino? No, I haven't. I do not really. I'm pretty risk averse when it comes to that sort of thing. But I have gambled, you know, in private poker games and that sort of thing before, blackjack. But always privately, never in a casino. Never, not even $1 in a slot machine. Yeah, it's pretty tame. I'm an incrementalist. Not a revolutionary. But like I've said, I'm open to the option if situation changes. So, like I said, I'm more difficult to pin down than just that. Yeah, people that live in Vegas understand you lose money over time. We look at those buildings and understand, like, innately. Like, do you think that billion-dollar complex was built on winners? Do you really think that that's how this city works? We fleece you. You come here and we fleece you. Hundred Axis, you have my attention now. Oh yeah. Yeah, I've seen that video. Lets you know where to go, staying off the strip, and you can find great deals. You can. the days of the $1 casino buffet are behind us at this point, but you can find some decent deals in this town if you try. Build it and they will come to have their money fleeced to those gullible rubes. The guy who built the first Vegas casino. Bugsy Siegel in the Flamingo. That's what you're looking for right there. This place is... We have machines in our airport. You land in Vegas, and the first fucking thing you see are slot machines. The last thing you see on your way out are slot machines. We're going to take you for every fucking dime. If you think you could beat the house, you aren't an addict. You're just ignorant of math. Yeah. The entire casino is stacked in their favor. And people don't realize the majority of the money... sure, Kaz. The majority of the money is actually the slot machines. The table games make up the minority of the income for the casinos. The one thing I miss about the slots are the sounds of coin clinking. Some of them actually emulate it now. Thaler. That was noted by some of the casinos that people did miss that sound, and now a bunch of the machines actually emulate the clank, 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 clank. Yeah. See, and Kez, it's near impossible to get that outcome on a standard 8 values test based off the scoring system they use for anarchism. And so, like, if you took the standard 8 values test, it doesn't work that way. I had to retool the metrics behind the scenes for it. Yeah. I'm glad that it paints you as a libsoc. Is that closer to what you would self-describe as, Kez? Is my retooling of the test a little more accurate than what your previous experience is? Absolutely. I call myself a libertarian socialist for the optics with the normies. Rock on. I always like to get feedback on that test, though. Rock on. Cool. Glad my retooling worked. How would worker-owned company run for a game company where owner wants to pay? How?
Mondragon.
No. Listen to this question, though. How would a worker-owned company run for a game company where owner wants to pay someone to do a job, not for them to form a democracy, but what game to make? I don't know what you just asked, Ghost.
Yeah, that is some fucking word salad there. How would a worker-owned company run for a game?
I have no idea what you just asked.
Where owner wants to pay.
When someone makes a company, then the employees.
That's barely even English.
When someone makes a company, then the
sorry,
employees
I'm trying to be
take it.
mean. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just trying to
Hey, Data.
decipher.
Start from scratch, Ghost, and we'll go from there. Just rework the question entirely. Rework the question
Please,
entirely.
yes.
Oh. Thank you for the follow, Dopamine. Um. If workers take production, corporation won't hire employees anymore and just temp contractors. Adia
Yeah.
just tweeted you. It tweeted me. Okay, hang on, Adia. Just changed the DPI on my mouse.
Yeah, like it's definitely possible to make games with a worker-owned company. Like there's a point. There's a difference. Like can have it worker-owned, but it is not worker-managed.
Well, Frutus already pointed out, Motion Twin, the company that made Dead
Yeah.
Cells, is that.
Oh, they are. Oh, cool. I didn't even know that. I
Yeah.
don't even know the game Dead Cells. Shit. I need to check that out.
There we go. Got it. Thank you, Spy Ferret. Now, Adia, do you feel that that is an accurate result? Is my question to you. Ghost, you've been hacked. Oh, let's see. Okay, so have you ever had a dream that you had, you could, you'd do, we wants, you want, you could do, so you do, you could, you want him to do you so you much you could release Cyberpunk 2077 without dozens of game-breaking bugs. Premarital. How many years did you spend on your PhD? Culminating in that paragraph.
Let's not be too mean about it, though.
Let's see. Pretty close. I usually think of myself as a syndicalist, but in that general area, it's usually fine. Let's see what pushed you into... Oh, it's probably... Yeah, your equality market differential. That probably pushed it that direction.
I'm gonna be kicked off because of my data limit, because I can't use my fucking... my fucking line here, because it's fucking... just dying every 10 minutes. God damn it.
Oh, don't worry, Kaz. Alright, Joe. I mean, jump off. You don't have to fucking...
Yeah, I want to be and then that doesn't change that I have to do other shit right now. I mean, I still have to be awake for like 6
Okay.
hours. No, 8 hours. No, 6 hours. 6.5 hours. And I wanted to get some shit done. I still have 6 hours to do that, but if the internet keeps going like that, I'm gonna go fucking insane. What? No, I'm just gonna read a book or something and pass out.
Alright, man. I'll catch you later.
No, I'm not done yet.
Okay. Alright.
You want to get rid of me? I can leave. No worries. Nah, but it's so far it's fine. I'll just be gone at some point.
Alright. Thank you, Kez. I spent a minute. Retooling it.
What do you want to say to me, Mitre, huh?
What the fuck? Hang on. What the fuck? All right, so hang on. I have a bunch of tags here. Anytime anybody tells me to take like some ism pill bullshit, I gotta tell you, I immediately become hyper suspicious of them. You already took the correct pill. The bread pill. Ironically, I have a gluten sensitivity. That I think will actually be a thing. I do think that a lot of the MAGA paraphernalia will probably be like in the same collectors circles like as like Nazi paraphernalia as today. I think that there is like money to be made for your like grandkids and shit. Fuck.
By the way, it wasn't so long. Like, I'm just thinking of this. Sorry, but the whole DC thing again. Like, in 2003, wasn't there like a black lady who just made a U-turn and got shot for it?
Yes. She was off her meds. She fucking like ran into a barricade accidentally, and they fucking shot her. Yeah, and she was a lawmaker, by the way. She wasn't just some rando.
Oh. Fuck.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, anybody remember? She was. I remember. No, different woman. It was, she was a dental hygienist. Miriam Carey is the one we're talking about, who accidentally hit the security rail. Yeah. Zoomy, Justin Bieber, smash or pass? What era Justin Bieber? Because now, pass. Let's see. Those Blue Lives flags will definitely be worth some cash. I'm telling you. Squid ended with libertarian socialism. So, ANSOC. Squid. You're ANSOC. You're just a little you're shifted a little too far to pick up on the anarcho position. You're probably a point or two off, basing what I know about how it scores behind the scenes. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 5:30 p.m. Pacific U.S. time, Henron. Tuesday, Thursday, 11:30 p.m. Pacific U.S. time. But you can go to the schedule area of the Twitch page as well, and that will have local times for you. It is possible, Squid. Rabbit. See, I think Rabbit gets me. I think Rabbit and I align on a few fucking just the gay dude stuff. Like Rabbit, I think you and I probably could have back in the day cruised the clubs together effectively.
Oh Lord. Hilarious.
Rabbit, quite likely. Yeah. Yeah.
That's right. Deeps had that little gangster phase, right?
Yeah. There was a moment. There was a moment.
Oh fuck! I was the most obnoxious.
Kai, I'd like the word with this the CEO of Neck Cracking. Who coded the test? Belgian Monkey. It is a open source test by the name of 8 Values. You can find it on GitHub. But as for the version on my website, the scoring system behind the scenes has been recoded or tweaked to meet more of my specifications. Coming from an anarchistic point of view, I sort of rescored some of, I retooled how it scores some things. So there you go. No further questions, Your Honor. Oh, you're fine, Kez. You're fine. No, we need to apologize on that one, though. And there's a shout out for Kezbox. Kezbox introducing themselves. They are a trans super lefty streamer and mod for 20 other lefties, including Carpe Pax, $27, Dirtbag, Doc Midnight, and loads of others. Next time you're around Dirt, Kez, feel free to ask him if he's never not on the air for me.
Yeah.
Dirt
All
fucking
the
puts in the
time.
time. Dirt puts in the time.
Yeah, all the fucking time. All the time. Not right now, but...
I'm surprised. I checked. I just glanced at my other screen.
Yeah, right?
Like,
Yep.
I just looked. I'm like, is he?
Nice that you found your way here, Kezbox. I might have dropped the name drop probably radically in one of
Hey.
those channels you mod.
Thank you, cool boy, for the fucking sub, and congratulations to Kez. Yeah, he streams like twice, two 8-hour sessions. It's fucking ridiculous.
Twice a day?
Yeah, he streams twice a day, and like I see him doing
16
8-hour
hours?
sessions. It's fucking ridiculous.
So sleep stream. Okay.
Nice, cat. That's solid. If you're on our Discord server, check the shared content for a nice spicy meme from Cat. What's the closest thing to gay artsy neighborhood in Las Vegas? Downtown. The Fremont area of Vegas definitely has like the art district. There's literally called the art district. And you know, yeah, that's where that happens, is downtown. Old, or also sometimes referred to as Old Town.
I just wanted to talk to Ghost for a second, although I think it's futile.
Yeah, I think it's futile as well, quite frankly.
No, like literally, he doesn't really. I don't think he actually understands the stock market, because the stock market is not directly connected to actual real economic values. It's speculation. It is not a direct connection. You can inflate stuff. You can lie. You can. It's not. It destroys. It's just isn't what you say it is. I'm sorry, and I actually personally think trading and stuff like that is actually not boring. It's actually kind of fucking extremely addictive. That's why a lot of people also always run there, and people make money off the fools. It's the same as the fucking casinos. Not exactly the same, but similar. Yeah, but it's detrimental to actual real world economics a lot of times.
Jeff the doctor.
Few, but...
Are you actually a doctor? I just wanted to ask that, by the way. Took it, got anarcho-communist, pretty accurate. Data is my drug. I got libertarian socialism, but after taking the test, I don't feel many of the questions were really relevant to my thoughts on where society should be in the future. That's a fair criticism. Data, I'd have to retool a whole bunch of stuff to rework the questions even further then.
Ghost! Fucking everything is made up. Stories are made up. Books is something we made up and then we made them. But what are you... Of course the stock market is made up. of course it's real. It exists. It has a massive influence. But of course it's made up.
Okay, there.
Money is made up.
Yeah, I don't care.
It's a piece of paper that we ascribe value to because we fucking made it up and we believe it. How do you not get that? Okay, yeah, I shouldn't. It's pointless.
Left this audio, so I already read that. Well, Ghost, you're.
I actually
No.
fucking do care.
I don't care. Ghost, you're in a chat with a bunch of anarchists and communists and socialists, and you're like, hey, let's talk stock prices.
No, what pains me is that I understand it better than he does, probably.
I don't really care one way or the other. Like, I
It
mean,
annoys the shit out of me. And I know people who fucking study fucking finances and shit, and who are like, I'm not really good friends with them anymore, but I've had a lot of discussions with them and shit. And I know fucking bankers, and I know the former fucking vice met her at least once of fucking Wells Fargo. These people would laugh you out of a fucking room if you said your dumb shit. Like the ones who actually whatever. I don't fuck it. I just met her once. I made out with her one night when I was a bartender. Not a big deal.
where's Cat?
Kim Toriani. Anybody want to look that up?
Wait. I don't see
I don't
Cat
think she worked for
responding to
Wells Fargo
something.
anymore,
That had to be a while ago. Ooh, Cat. I hope that's. Yeah, I hope it isn't that, Cat. Good luck on that one. Kez. It basically is. Oh, okay. Cool. Data. I'm in that same sort of camp. But yeah, that test isn't set up to map that at all. I am firmly transhumanist, not the weird eugenics transhumanism. But I'm in that. Am I sub to what, Zumi? Based on the A next to your name, I see you as being sub to the channel. Data though, I'm in that. Like, just bring on the AI overlords. Like, I'm 100% down with that. But yeah, no, admittedly so. That test is in no way, shape, or form tooled for basing something on that, or metricing that, or qualitatively or analyzing that.
Ghost, please, for the love of everything that's holy to you. Like, it's fair if you want to defend the stock market, but at least don't do it like looking like a complete idiot. Take like take an economics class, take a finance class, like some basic stuff, okay, and then come back to us, please.
Thank you, Zumi. Zumi, I'm subbing just because you're cute.
Aww.
Yeah, thank you, Zumi. Zumi is, I think, the OG Coomer on this channel. Like, straight up.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kaz.
Are we gonna get that? We're gonna get that whole OnlyFans thing, reading theory and stripping slowly.
Not
Or
me.
reading theory. Why not?
To Rabbit.
Okay.
I agree. We need that. Rabbit said, "You sad you have to say I'm a transhumanist, but not the weird ones. Like, we need a phrase that's just an abbreviation of, but not the batshit corner." I agree. There should be, we need something. I'm fine with instituting it on the channel. Thank you, Squid. Oh, God. Now we're actually talking econ. Oh. Kez, you caught me off guard with that one. caught me off that guard with that one. I thought I legitimately, like, you know, I was skipping ahead in my head, and I'm like, well, you know, what are you gonna recommend? And bam, you drop that one. Oof, Data. What's your master's in? Start my degree in accounting after I finish up my master's I'm doing now. Jesus Christ. Data science and analytics. Makes sense. The Rickroll of econ books. Yeah, basically. Fucking Data, hang out in the fucking, make sure you're a member of the Discord server and, you know, follow me, come on back, that sort of thing. So fucking I can pick your brain. Good night, Zumi. Take care of yourself. True Rabbit, I'm a boring anarchist. Critical, hey, Critical. Hey, Squid. Thank you for your 18th gift sub in the channel. Jesus, Squid. Thank you so much, and congratulations to Data is My Drug. And hey, thank you for the follow, Data. Critical said, I always thought I would become moderate over time. I took the test. It chose anarcho-communist. Feels good, man.
Hey, Zartos. Good to see you around more often again.
Shush, we don't talk about how many there are. Fair enough, Squid. Fair enough. Oof. That's to you, Joe. Fratus has a paragraph.
Oh yeah, I've just seen that.
I mean, if I test it out the way I want everything to plot out, because everybody knows I temporally stretch what I advocate for. So, like right now, I would advocate for anarcho-syndicalism, but ideally, yeah, we'd be fully automated luxury gay space communism. So I would be, anarcho-com sort of territory if I plotted it. Now, if you want to respond to Fratus, Joe.
Yeah. So, don't have any clear answer on that. I didn't study it myself. I educated myself about it. I talked to a lot of people about it. Got taught by people who know more about it. But the thing is, what your professor said I don't know what he exactly said, because supply and demand is definitely a factor, and it's not a small one. But we've seen over and over again that it can be completely manipulated and is not necessarily a natural thing, as they like to put it. Because you can manipulate it, you can create new demand by brainwashing people, by preying on their emotions and other parts of their psychology. That there's so many fucking different ways of perverting that whole thing, and it was completely perverted, and just by him still saying that in this century is is just fucking naive, short-sighted. Nah.
How many?
Capitalists do kind of create jobs. It's just a question of, couldn't we do that better? Another question you would need to ask is, are these jobs actually helping society? Are they actually economic? Because the original meaning of the word economy or economics is like a way of a trade or work for the greatest good, for the greatest amount of people. And that's obviously not what economics is today anymore. So, yeah, this is really hard to answer this.
Cat.
I don't really know how to.
Let's see. Actually, Kez first. I'm still very emphatic that I'm still learning and I don't know everything, but I know a right site more than this idiot. Kat, how many subs would it take for you to wear Ancom face paint for a formal debate? Well, like a Twitch formal debate. 200? 200 subs? Like, in the same fucking, like, stream? Would be my sort of number, I would say. Something in that territory. The Sorrows of Young Werther. Thank you, Mitre, for the biddies.
Oh fuck! Literally says small business is dumb. I'm gonna ignore him. Sorry.
Let's see. Yes, Data.
Yeah,
People shouldn't have to work to begin with, only if they want to. 100%. They're with you. Quick, someone get Hassan to raid. Dude, seriously, his numbers are amazing. Capitalism created. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. You should make that a stream goal with a sub counter. So not bothering.
Oh man, this is okay. No, okay, very short. Ghost penny stocks, dude. This is such basic shit and has nothing to do with what you were talking about, and you're being extremely fucking boring, distracting.
Well, then
and annoying.
stop fucking
So
addressing it. You keep
I'm
saying
going
you're
to
done,
time
but you
out.
keep
No,
going
I'm
back
timing
to
him out.
it.
I'm timing him out. I'm timing him out. There, done.
Well,
I
don't
just
time him
wanna see
out.
it
Just
anymore.
stop paying attention to it.
Too late. I can't right now. Sorry, I'm too tired. I don't have the
Well,
concentration. I'm
then
sorry. It's on
go,
me.
go eat, go read.
Then time out and I don't know.
No, I didn't see that, Squid. Let's see. Iron Grip. You've been on this kick since you came in. Oh, by the way, does anybody have a streamer that they like? Doesn't have to be political. That is in single-digit viewers right now. Start putting them up if you've got suggestions. Yeah, Rabbit. That's why I was like formal debate or a Twitch formal debate. No, I want single digits. I have this thing. So all right.
Okay, Ghost is cute. Hilarious. Figuring out who we're gonna raid?
Yes. All right, I got Stuffy by Bez from Curio. Yep, I got that. And Mickey Fro Greatness.
Whoop.
Neurotic Noodles just went offline. Are you sure on that Mickey spelling, Adia? Because doesn't seem to be working for me.
Carpapex, maybe?
Nope, single digits.
Alright. Alright, no, yeah, I see.
Let's see.
Shit
Stuff by
recommendations.
Bez is a UK-based designer, developer, artist, consultant, speaker, now also a streamer. Interesting. Okay.
Oh, Sue's running 60 people.
Yeah, he's
Pretty good.
fine. I don't need to take him up.
Yeah, no, it wasn't where it was just had to see that.
One. Holy shit. well, we're doing that.
Who is it?
In Digitech with 1 viewer. Of course, they just started. Mickey is 4 hours in with 3 viewers. Stuff is 50 minutes in with 7. All right, I'm gonna run that as a poll. Where's my manager? I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. And we're gonna do that. And start the poll. All right. So, polls in chat now. You got 3 minutes. It looks like Stuff by Bez is, the designer. Mickey is entertainment and gaming, currently playing, I don't know what that is, Gears 5. And
Boring.
Indigitech is playing Phasmophobia, indigenous streaming, and much more. There you go.
What design stuff was this again? Bez? Or like
Stuff
media,
by
or
Bez.
media design
Can't tell you.
or whatever.
Oh, it looks like
Yeah, that's
something to,
Phasmophobia is a
Yeah,
horror
it's just a
game?
weird.
something to do with tabletop. Kez, shoot me a thing. When do you stream? You've got my Kez. You're in my DMs. Yeah, no problem. Yes, I know, Ghost. Thank you. That's why we're gonna raid out to somebody who has single digits. I fantasize as a streamer of having like Hassan numbers and fucking raiding out to somebody with single digits. Imagine
So funny.
the just what you could do for somebody who's literally like, yeah, I've got 3 viewers, and you're like, knock knock, I have 220,000 viewers coming your way. Do you understand what that would do for a streamer? Be amazing.
Yep.
Yes,
What is up with those heads up?
Rico, yes, we did. We talked about it multiple times. 1111, you're welcome, and glad to meet you. I'll catch you on another stream. Like we said, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 5:30 p.m. Pacific U.S. time. Tuesday, Thursdays, 11:30 p.m. Pacific time. KaisThings.com, KAIS things.com for all of my stuff. And for those of you that aren't on the Discord server, there's a Discord link being spammed in chat right now by me. Feel free to use it. I know, Jeff. Yeah, he had like 225,000. It was fucking insane. It looks like Stuff is gonna win. So congratulations. I think it was Chronic Pain Club represent. I think that's Curio's suggestion, and if you haven't, go follow Curio. Curio is my dive bar that I like to hang out in. Curio is what I describe as vaudevillian, comedy,
Oh, yeah.
freestyle, improv, music, storytelling, the works. All right, then we are going to raid out to Bez. Stick around, throw Bez some love. I like a good gamer.
Curio, you going live again? Probably not.
All right, guys and gals and everything else in between. I'll be back tomorrow evening, 5:30 p.m. Pacific. And then, of course, as is tradition, I take weekends off. But let's go over and raid Bez now. Catch y'all later. I hope you're as well as you can be. Till next time.
Good night.
All right, gonna pause that.
Than I have reading Polish because it's the same English letters